Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And my cough is really going off the chain. So let me explain a couple of things before we go any further. First of all, I am changing the format of this series. So before it was just anything I do it on camera. We're changing that for a few reasons. First of all, I'm consistently producing 6 gigabyte files and my upload speed is shit. So don't want to be doing those every day. That's just too much. I can handle it, but I'm barely able to keep them uploaded. So I'm not going to do that. Now, the last episode was an overview episode because I accidentally screwed up 3 videos. I didn't have the voice working. I've decided that that's going to be my format. It's going to be overview videos. I will very rarely be building stuff on camera anymore. I'm just going to do overviews as I go through. As you can see, red coins, I just spent a bunch of them. We still got a bunch left. So I have been helping a little bit with red coins. So we're going to be checking it out. What's this guy doing? Okay, so that's brilliant. So let's go up ahead. So I've done shirts. How did you get... Oh, there must have been an output here. There must have been an output. Okay. Well, you were making... What were you making? You were making axes. We don't need axes anymore. Axes were just for red coins. I guess I'm going to be doing some stuff during the video. But yeah, not a lot. So we're going to get rid of all of these. So that's fine. A little bit of lag there. So yeah, so I've done a couple of things. So I'll show you what I've done this episode. So I built a rail line up here. I've got the 5 things that don't require mining. I haven't actually sorted any of them out yet, but I've sorted 2 of them out. I've sorted out the shirts and the leather, but I haven't sorted out the other 3. So this guy is going to leather. So let's go up here and let's have a look. So this is the shirts. I'll explain why the carts are waiting in a second, but let's get back into it. So shirts are pretty much very simple. Cotton becomes cloth, and the cloth is just 2 cloth equals 1 shirt. Extremely simple. Now, you'll notice there's 2 carts waiting here. What I've actually done is I've set the timer on this one to 20. And the reason I've done that is because I noticed this just before I started casting, but this barn has stuff in it. Okay, that's not good. This barn had stuff in it, so 10 carts dropping off shirts was oversupplying it. We're gonna empty this barn out again, but I left it. I put it down to 20 seconds for this. So it started off at 10 seconds, but somehow I was pushing out too many shirts. So I completely overloaded the system. The general store backed up and stuff started getting dumped in the barn. So this is an awesome barn right here. Very useful. So I put the timer up to 20 seconds and it seems to have sorted itself out now. While still maintaining the green. I haven't seen this not go green. So there we go. Shirts, they're definitely used very slowly. They seem to be used at a decently fast rate, but I don't know. Anyway, had to change that. That's fine. So there's a good example of our system having the capacity to self-correct. Now I could up this to 15, but while this stays fully green, I ain't gonna touch it. I just gotta leave it at 20 for now and let the shirts pile up. So over here we have leather. And leather I went a little bit nuts on because I wasn't happy with the amount of leather being produced by these pastures. They were constantly running out of animal feed. So what I had was 4 farms, 4 animal feed grain mills. And then what I did was I said, screw it, it's not enough. So I got another 4 of each. And as you can see, I'm actually building these uncomfortably close to the research. Which maybe I should have built it further out, but I was like, oh yeah, we'll have room. You got to remember in a Megabase that I don't know if this is going to be the permanent research center. I didn't want to build it over this side because we're going to have fancy food going up from here. And I didn't want to clash with this and the fancy food, because God knows how big the fancy food is going to be. But it's a real problem figuring out where to put all these things, all these systems. But yeah, in hindsight, maybe I should have moved this further up, but whatever. This one should be okay. It's just blocking the mana stones a little bit. We can move the mana stones down here, get some underground mana stones somewhere. It's just going to be this one, and I can move this whole setup very easily. It's not very big. So yeah, that's basically it. So we got a 20-second timer on this, and this one's still a 10-second timer. So that's pretty much it. I was still going to do daily videos, but these are just a lot shorter. Actually, usually I'd pay for a few hours and then just do an updates, but maybe this one is a bit short, but whatevs. It's still pretty good. I feel like it's still pretty good. I'm having a talk. I'm having an overview. Maybe I'll play a little bit more before I do the next overview. Maybe get the next 3. So get the next 3. Get the next 3 and then send them through. But I was quite excited that this barn started backing up, because it means that it's a nice way of testing that our system can work. And the fact that I set that timer to 20 seconds and then the barn stopped being backed up is excellent. None of these are full at the moment, but they're all being used. And you can see up here they're not being properly used, so they probably need more minecarts going through. But we'll have a look at the overview of these guys. So that's full. It would be nice to have some sort of logistics-based way of seeing. Oh, see, yeah. These guys look like they're in a bit of trouble. These bloody pastures. Why? Why are you... Oh. It's just this. It's just the kitchens are not working fast enough. Ha, that's interesting. And you do not have the same problem. You definitely do not. This probably needs more animal feed though, but this one... Okay, what can we do about this one? Well, more kitchens, obviously. Let's... I feel like we can do something here. I feel like we can do something without causing too much pain here. Well, actually, we're going to have a bit of pain because of the... because of the feed. We got to get the feed in both places. Sort of, yeah. Cooked chicken. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a pain. So we can get this to both of them, or we can get this to both of them. You know what I'm going to do? Okay. You're going to move back one. You're going to move back one. Nah, screw it. We're not using the fertilizer anymore. Screw it. It's just too complicated to be doing that. We'll just get some trees or something for fuel. Otherwise I have to put over belts or something. Yeah. Oh, I could, because I can use grabbers to pull it out anywhere I want. Maybe I can still do that. Getting uncomfortably close to the barn. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So let's do a little bit of scaffolding here. Okay. back to the scaffolding. I thought we had been done with the scaffolding, but well, that's not what I meant to do. Need a couple of more wooden arches. Thought we were done, and then okay. Do I worry about... I'm not sure that I worry about anything else. Like the barn. I don't think I need a barn cache for anything here. And then we just need a grabber. I'm going to remove these belts just in case the grabber does something, which I don't mean it to do. Like that. So you are fertilizer. Only fertilizer. So that's going to put a bit of chicken up. Whoop, off the screen again. But that's alright. So one of these is going to have a little bit more chicken than... Okay. Oh, we need splitters here as well. Okay. So, some of these look a bit funny, like this one doesn't have much fuel. But the question is, are they all running? Are they all running? And I think the answer is yes. Yeah. I can see them all running. So this is producing one every 5 seconds. This is producing one every 5 seconds as well. But this has more problems than just the kitchen being slow. The feed itself. I'm not sure why, but you are still at 20. It's still okay. This hasn't died yet. I'm thinking maybe you're not using up as much beef. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that really impacts it, to be honest. Yeah, I think we use chicken faster than we use beef, but that's not really going to impact how fast this barn gets drained, because there's still 10 minecarts for each one, so the barn should still be drained at the same rate. And yeah. Anyway, it's got to be something here. Using 4 feed to make 1. Here we're using 2 feed. Okay, but this... Yeah, alright, whatever. Whatever. We might fix this later on. We'd have to do the same kitchen hack that we did here. And then we'd have to double the amount of farms to keep it going. Just like we did for the leather. But for now, we're just going to be happy with it. And if cooked beef starts to fall apart, then it is what it is. So... That's fine. If we have a look, fruit going downhill fast. How are you going so far downhill? Well, this is full. It's going to be a case of not enough carts, to be honest. Let's put another 5 here. Still on a 10-second time, but we'll just make more of them. I don't feel like we'll ever need to create more than a 10-second time, like have like a 5-second time. I don't feel like that's necessary. Unless we get something that's really being used fast, but these guys, they're not being used too fast. How do I get this to rotate? Okay, like that. Oh, these mine carts. If I... Actually... So if I pause... Ah, you can do that. I figured out that the R button does stuff. So yes, I'm very happy about that. Okay, so that'll help out through a little bit, just with 5 more carts. Yeah. I think the only time we would ever decrease this timer from 10 seconds is if we didn't have enough food, we didn't have enough fruit in the system, so this was running down, but we still had minecarts backing up. So if you got minecarts backing up, but the fruit is still low, then you need to reduce this timer. Otherwise, we'll leave it for 10 seconds. And in the case of the thing over here, which seems to be continuously having 2 carts. So it seems like 8 carts running at 20 seconds each is about 160 seconds. So that seems to be the round trip for the carts for the shirts, which is a nice bit of information to know. Maybe we wouldn't have had this problem with the 10-second timer if they were further out, if this station was further out. Maybe. But anyway. So I had a thought, but I lost it. Yeah. So if we're overproducing, overcommitting, then I think we just increase the timer. Because we always want to be in a situation where we have carts waiting. I think that's that's the best situation we can be in, where we have carts waiting. Because then it means that there is guaranteed not to be a time when there's no cart going. When there's a cart that's just not moving towards there. Because obviously if you have 10 carts, and each takes 10 seconds, but the round trip is like 200 seconds, then half the time there's not going to be a cart in that 10-second cycle, which kind of sucks. So that's when you start to get to dips and when you start to run out of goods, which I imagine is what's happening for beef and chicken and milk and stuff like that. There's just a period where there's just not enough carts getting there. So that's why we add more carts. See, if the round trip is 200 seconds and you got 10 carts, there's no point increasing the wait timer or decreasing the wait timer from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, because that just means you're squeezing those 10 carts into a smaller time window, but you're still not fully supplying it. And if you increase the timer to 20 seconds, you're spreading them out, but you're still moving the same amount of goods overall, which is not good. Maybe that would work, but I doubt it. It all depends on how these houses buy, because you might have like a house that buys 2 berries and another house that has no berries. And in that way, maybe if you spread the carts out even more, but I'm not sure, because I've had carts, like this one has nothing. I've had carts show up with 20, and you get 10 houses by 2 of them, and the other houses get none. So I feel like we want to keep the rate of the carts arriving pretty much the same if we can. Pretty much at 10 seconds. I don't think we want to mess with that too much. A cart every 10 seconds, and if it's not getting enough, then we increase the number of carts until there's a cart always running. I think that's the way we do it. And if that's still not enough, if a cart every 10 seconds is still not enough, then that means we're using up more than 2 items per second. Which is kind of crazy. Although it will be interesting once we have a duplicate food market on the other side. Because I don't know if we can do that anymore. I don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. We might have to have a splitter here that splits half the carts onto one side, half the carts onto the other. That's the only thing I can think of that might allow them to be equal, but that's going to split them based on the order they come in, so yeah, I don't know. But the fact that we got this little line here, maybe we could fit 100 houses around these food markets, because we built a line there, we built a bridge over the rail network. We have a bunch of houses over here. I think we're still okay. I think we could actually have 100 houses in here, attached to these one things. Okay, I think that's going to be our aim. We're not going to have duplicate food markets or gourmet foods or anything. We're just going to have one. Absolutely one. And I guess we should try and focus on getting the base level up, which means these crazy things. We can do one of them. I think the crowns require air shards, but probably need more research for that. So I guess next episode we're going to be doing well, I don't know what I'm doing next episode. I think our red ones are pretty solid-ish. Red coins. The yellow coins are extremely solid. Blue is not too bad. We're not doing any more research with blue. So I don't know what we'll do. I think what we should do, as sort of a starting point, is enchanted books. We already know how to get the enchanted books across. That's pretty easy. So I reckon we should do it. We should just get it done, get it pushed out. So maybe that'll be what I do next. Enchanted books, get a nice purple coin economy, and maybe one of these apothecaries, because I'm not sure which one though. I don't think I have to do them in order, because we already broke the order on the red one, so that's fine. Something easy. Not any of these down the bottom. Maybe ointment. I think ointment's not too bad, although that needs fish. What does a protein shake take? Milk, egg, and sugar. That's not fun. It's not impossible, but it's not fun either. This apothecary. Let's have a quick look at all of these, because if they're not too hard, like a medical wrap. What's that? What is a medical wrap? Ointment, poultice, and cloth. Okay, that's not easily doable. Health potion, I'm guessing that's going to be painful. Ointment may be the one we do. It needs fish, but we can work around that. Antidote, so antidote or health potion. I don't want to go for the little ones if I don't have to, so antidote or health potion. One of them was in here, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Antidote. So antidote requires remedy, fish oil, and sugar. So that one's not too hard, but it's still harder than the ointment. So I feel like we want to do ointment and then maybe health potion. And what was this? Medical wrap. There was something else in here I wanted to look at, but I can't remember what it was. Antidote and health potion. Oh, that's enchanter. That's enchanter. I'm guessing this is going to be painful. Health potion. Not as painful as you'd think. Remedies are not too bad. Well, they're a bit of a pain. Fruit juice is easy. 6 red coins though. See, that's getting into the annoying section of the game. I don't want to be spending that much red coin. Okay, so I think apothecary. Let's go ointment and antidote. Antidote's actually not that hard, I don't think. So ointment and antidote, and then over here we'll do some enchanted books. So those 3. We could continue on with the red ones as well. We could do cloaks, shoes, and warm coats. And they're not too hard. They're definitely not harder than antidotes. So we could do those. But I feel like the red coin production is fairly healthy at the moment. So I want to get healthy on all 4 and then sort of spread out as we need them. I can't remember what I showed you last time, but we definitely got 100 of these. These are all been maxed out. A lot of stuff has been happening here. Well, in the background, I haven't really touched it. And a lot of that stuff is backed up, which is why the red coins are doing so well, I think, because we're not really using them for anything. But here, what do we got? That's milk. Chicken is coming back in a big way. This one is slowly draining, yeah, so... slowly draining. Must have backed up at some point, but now it's slowly draining. Okay, might have to fix that as well. So, what do we got? Ointment, antidote, enchanted books, and potentially fixing up the roast beef, the cooked beef. But in terms of overall, I don't really care about the beef because right now I want to focus on coins. And once I get the coins in a satisfactory state, then I want to focus on research. The need for magic rails has been decreased extremely. We do not need to worry about magic rails right now. It would be nice. It would help us get to the point where the carts are backing up at the stations, which is what we want to do. So right now, instead of having 2 carts backed up, we'd have 6 carts backed up if we had magic rails everywhere. But we really want to be solid on the magic rails because they're going to be very expensive. Maybe I just do magic rails on the square. Which I might move the square back a little, quite a bit. I got to do some experimentation. In fact, let's do some experimentation now. Yeah, this, even though this is an overview video, it's still taking its sweet time. So if we do a path like this, make it a double path. Okay, so you, house. Okay. So houses all down here are still enough. And if we build a bridge over here, so this is 40 houses. Can we fit another 10 at the top? Yes, we can probably fit another 20 at the top. Then we just got to do 40 at the bottom. Okay. That's 100 houses. That's boom. That's 100 houses. Which is all I'm really going to go for. So I'm going to say this is all we need. We can vastly reduce this rail section, this rail segment. In fact, I might do that now. We have a look. With these guys here. Well, the last rail segment we had was right through here, right through this gap. So let's just do that again. Let's just do that. Let's get rid of all the other crap we had before. No rail stops. I do not want you dumping crap in there, please. Please, thank you. Okay. Do that. Do that. Those carts are actually going to get ahead of their friends now. So, yeah, very interesting. I still do not have a good plan for mining, other than just make a whole bunch of undergrounded, depleted ones using prospecting, and just make them as massive as possible to overcome the slow timer. That's my only plan, because I'm not going to be putting pickaxes into everywhere that I'm doing mining. That's just logistically, that's a nightmare. That's too much of a nightmare. That's probably screwed up some of the timing, so we'll probably see some of these automatically fixing themselves up again. Potentially. Maybe. There we go. See, look at that bread. That's way too close. You are way too close to your person. You have to wait. And there's another one that's way too close. So that one and this one were probably timed perfectly, but anyway. That'll allow these carts to be backed up a little bit more now, because they're going through a smaller grid, a smaller square. So this is the square we started with, and then we expanded it because we thought we needed to. But now it's brilliant, so brilliant, that timer. My God, it's brilliant. Anyway, this is pushing out into a big video again. It's supposed to be an overview, whatever. So we're gonna finish it off now. Gonna go try and aim for about 2 gig per video. That's not too bad. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.